Welcome back, guys. My name's Ben from Flow Brackets. Today we're going to be doing a OEM plinth delete on a Ford Raptor. What is the problem? The problem is this OEM box is way oversized and it's ugly and flimsy and not a lot supporting it. So today we're going to clean that up really easily. Just a quick brief explanation before we get started. All we're going to do is remove the number plate, remove the box with just 2 bolts, and then get a matching number plate bracket to screw in its place. And when I say matching number plate bracket, it's get the matching number plate bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate. Today we'll be using a standard bracket for a standard size number plate. Let's get into it. The first step that we're going to do is remove this number plate. Now this customer was really smart. He Velcroed it on and brought the car straight to us so that we could do our thing. And we're just gonna rip this off and trying not to bend the number plate at the same time. What I'm gonna do now is show you or exemplify why this plinth is oversized and ugly. So if you were to run a JDM plate, which is the same size as the US import plates, the box is just not the right size, and that's why you should get a matching bracket that suits this number plate, which will always be smaller than the number plate to bolt on in its place. If you're planning to put slim lines on it, that'll look really bad. Doesn't really matter where you put it. If you wanted to run 3 to 4 character slim lines, it'll be even worse. Or the ever so popular signature plates right now won't look very good either. And even Euro, which is one of the larger plates in Australia, just won't look very good. And this is why we're doing a delete. To remove this, all you'll need is a 8mm socket and just undo the 4 bolts that are holding it in. Once you remove the 4 bolts, just pull and it'll unclip. Just like that. After you remove your box, it's pretty simple. All you'll need to do is find the matching number plate bracket that suits the size and style of your number plate. For example, if you had Euro plates, you'd buy the Euro bracket to suit the size. If you had a slimline plate, then you'd get the slimline bracket. If you had a JDM plate or import plate, which is the same size, you get the JDM and import bracket. 3 to 4 character slimlines, 3 to 4 character slimline bracket, standard size bracket. If you had signature, then you get the signature bracket. And if you had a heritage number 3 digits and below, we'll have to custom make a bracket for you, just like this Victorian Heritage 80. Now, all of our brackets are made out of aluminium. This just hasn't been anodized black yet like the rest of them. We're still making a design for that special customer. And once you have identified your bracket that matches the style and size of your number plate, all you'll have to do is pick that one and bolt it on to those holes. Bolts are supplied in the kit. It'll go back into the same hole. You can use this self-drilling or self-tapping screw that's provided in the kit, and that'll go on. If you really wanted to, you can use the M6 bolt, tap that hole out to an M6 thread and then bolt it on. I'll show you how to do both ways. Before we get on to installing our bracket, I'm just going to quickly install this OEM plinth back just to grab a quick measurement, because underneath this ledge here, there's actually a cruise control radar. If this box was originally in this position and didn't affect the radar, you can then therefore go as low as this. And I think this measurement is about 13 millimeters below the ledge. So that we know that when we install our bracket, we can go 13 mil below. So I think that there's pretty good. But if you're ever in doubt and you do have concerns, you can always just move it up a slot. You can either use those 2 holes there, you can use those 2 holes there, or you can even go down. Let's move on to installing this bracket. The first way we're going to do is use the self-tapping screws that are provided in the kit. These are stainless steel and then powder coated black, so they'll never rust. I'm going to choose this spot for now. So if you don't have access to a tap to tap out the holes, this will work for you quite well. Just use the markings in the bracket, especially the center line here, to align it perfectly center, and then tighten off your screws. From there, you can mount the number plate on to the 4 holes there. But before we do that, I'm going to go one step further, which is to take this out and use a M6 bolt. But to do that, you'll need an M6 tap to tap that hole. And I think that is probably the most secure way if you have access to a tap. Now that we've tapped out the hole, we can screw on our bracket using the M6 bolts provided, and I think that this is a stronger way to do it. All that's left to do is bolt on your number plate to the bracket. But before you do that, and before you guys check out the range of options that we have that is part of our ecosystem. This customer's opted for some blanking screws to plug up the holes that will be blank, and to blank them up with white dress bolts doesn't leave you with empty holes. The final step, bolt your number plate on using your choice of screws. In the kit, you'll get black stainless screws, but you can option for white screws or white security screws. This customer hasn't optioned for security screws yet because he will be choosing a new number plate soon and might need a different fitting. And that's how you do a OEM plinth delete on a Ford Raptor. It's definitely something that you want to consider, especially if you're going to be running slimline plates, which is significantly smaller than the OEM plinth or plastic box. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.